Hello, everybody. I'm back today. Well, how's everybody been doing? Today is July the 1st. Oh, wow. Another month has flown by and getting closer and closer for the Dallas Pin Show. My favorite pin show because I don't have to travel hundreds of miles. Good. So, anyway, first thing I want to share is this right here. Empty, finally. It holds 40 of the sample ink vials. Finally, got one cleaned out. I have two left. Because what I'm doing now is buying less, trying to inks, just the ones that I'm really interested in. So I'm using up all the ink samples I have, and then I will check my list and see what inks I use the most, and I'll stick with those particular inks. My one of my most favorite inks I'll share with y'all is the Monteverde Olivine. Great, beautiful green ink. It's just one of my top dogs, and one of my top blue is the KWZ Hawaii Blue ink.
Hello to David L.
Hey, Dave. So, and then I have some beautiful Pilot inks, the Pilot Yamabudo and the something starts with a K, Karajuku, however you pronounce it, you know what I'm talking about. But anyway, long story short is that I do have particular inks I'm really fond of and I use a lot of, and I keep track of the inks that I love, like, and okay, and don't like. Um, so, July 4th is around the corner. Anybody have any special plans for that day? Today I came on at a later time because I did put a video saying that I might be on at 1, but 2 or 3 o'clock because I have things I have to do, and sometimes I can't meet that 1 o'clock. So for me to be meeting that 1 o'clock, I have to not either do what I plan to do or just cut back to get on the 1 o'clock. So now, from now on, I'm going to try to come on at 1, but if not at 1, it's going to be between 1 and 3. I can't really be specific because there's just a lot of stuff going on that I try to keep up with it, and sometimes I get uh, too much going on at one time, and so that's what kind of happens. So anyway, um, I want to talk about pins right now. I've got some emails, and about a certain pin maker. Um, they were asking about Jim Hines pins. Have I gotten any other pins from Jim? So no, I haven't, and because they were asking me if I had the Elementor. Is that right, Mr. Announcer?
Elementar.
Elementar. No, I don't have that one. And if I had the Blue Storm, I don't have that one either. So I think I did have the Blue Storm that I gave away, didn't I?
I think so, yes.
Yeah, but now Jim has, I think, added a clip onto that one now. So I did speak with Jim on the phone the other day to give y'all a heads up that, he couldn't make the St. Louis Pin Show this weekend because of the emergency back surgery that he had.
Hello to Michelle.
So he was working for the first time in a while in his workshop preparing for the DC Pin Show. He had to make some pins get up in stock there so he can have when he goes there. So, and then he also told me, so I can let everybody know that if you want to order a pin from Jim, you can still do that, but it's going to be 6 to 8 weeks before he can get to it, because he's due to the emergency back surgery that he had. That kind of knocked some time off of making pins and getting ready for St. Louis Pin Show, which he couldn't make. So now he's got to get ready for the DC Pin Show. So that's what's going on. If you're interested in acquiring a pin from Jim, I want to talk a little bit about this pin, the American Graffiti. I'm proud of this pin. I gave it the name. I love the pen. Beautiful pen, and it writes superbly. This is Jim Hines' creation. What you notice is the little black band that goes around the pen. Well, to me, that kind of reminds me of an ink window, which is not. But on the newest design from Hines Pens, he has eliminated the black ring that you see on it now. Now, he can make this pen or any of his pens. Let's say if you want the size of a Mont Blanc 149, Edison Collier, it doesn't matter, you know, you just tell him what you need and he can get it done for you. So I thought I'd go ahead and let everybody know, because I have had some emails about it. Hopefully one day I'll get some new pins from Jim so I can share with you guys. Okay, so that's the latest on Jim. Real quick, coming up September, I believe it's at the 2nd September on our Pin Club, Fort Worth Pin Club meeting, that Kevin from Fountain Pen Revolution will be there for being the guest speaker for the Pin Club. So I'm kind of excited about that going on. So that's really cool. If you all don't know, but I'm sure you do, but for those who don't know, Kevin has come out with his first gold nib. And I believe Janice told me, she's in the Pin Club, that she had that nib and pin that she acquired from Fountain Pen Revolution. So I can't wait to check that pin out. I've been waiting for a while for Kevin to come out with that gold nib, and I'm excited to give it a try. So real quick, to let you know my pin carry, because people are always curious how many pins I carry and what are they, and do I use just the high-end pins? Well, you know, the answer to that question is just, I try to use all my pins. But real quickly, I'll show you. Right now, I'm down to what? 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, we'll start with the Vanishing Point. These are one of my favorite pens. I know some people get annoyed because of the clip, but not me. It doesn't bother me at the least. I like it. It's convenient. Click, you got your nib. Boom, you're ready to go. And then you put it up and you're done. Great nib. And I believe this is the 1.0 stub that Pilot came out with. Great pen.
Hello, Ink Guy.
Hey, Ink Guy. Then my other one that I love is my other Vanishing Point. I love the pattern on this pen. Really cool. And this has the broad nib on it. And another Pilot Vanishing Point. And this one is the Twist. You can see that. Boom, boom. It's a really cool pen. The reason why I got it is because of the Twist. I didn't have one, so I got one. Now, speaking of Vanishing Points, I used to have a lot of Vanishing Points. I was collecting them at one time. I had almost, well, not almost, but I had a lot of colors, really great looking colors. But when I sold a lot to buy some pens that got stolen, well, there they went. So from there, let's go to the Pilot Metropolitan. This is the gray one. A neat pen. And I believe this is the medium nib. I really like the way they write.
Hello to Greasy Pete.
Hey, Greasy Pete. How you doing, bud? And another one, another Pilot. This has a fine nib. And you know, it's probably been, I don't know, maybe a good 2 years since I've actually really wrote with these pens. I mean, really, really write. Not just taking notes and put them up. And I really do like these pens. You know, for pen enthusiasts or for beginners, these pens are really cool. Great fountain pens, reliable and very affordable, and you'd like them. And I really do like the fine nib, and I'm not a fine nib type of guy. I like medium nibs are my best. Then depending on the nib, broad, I like 1.5s as well, 1.1s, and some 1.0s. But this fine nib is really, really nice. So, and we'll go to another Metropolitan. And here we go. And this one has a 1.0 stub in it. And here's the one that Norman sent me from Australia, the Pilot Prera. You can see that pretty good here. Medium nib, a great fountain pen. They're just really a nice fountain pen. So that'll almost do it for the Pilots. And one more Pilot that, thank you to Bill Millie in it. He sent me this pen, the Pilot G78. And what's interesting about this pen, and I've done a review, it has a B for the broad nib on it, but it's more to the 1.0 stub nib that Pilot has. That's what it writes. And I've compared the test to the to another 1.0 stub Pilot and to a medium, and yes, it's more to the 1.0 for sure. But that's interesting. It does say broad on it. But it's also a nice pen. And here's another favorite of mine, Karas Custom. Love the color. In this pen, I only use Monteverde Olivine ink in it. It matches the pen perfectly. And in this pen, I have the Karas Custom titanium fine nib in it. Absolute great nib. I really, really love the titanium nibs from Karas Custom. Now, I don't know if all titanium nibs are the same, meaning that if I buy titanium nib from another seller, is it going to be as good as the Karas Custom titanium? I don't know. I have yet to venture it out. So if anybody has bought a titanium nib from Karas Custom, plus from another seller, let me know how they both compare. If they both match up to be the same, is the consistency there or not? That's what I was curious in. Last but not least, I just picked up one of my favorite pens that I really love from the Pen Thing store from Brian. It's the piano version of the Faber-Castell. Beautiful fountain pen. Smooth nib. Now, if you're one of those kind of folks that don't like fingerprints and you just go nuts when you see it, you need to stay away from this one. But for me, I just get a polishing cloth or a Kleenex and I polish it. Not all the time, but it really is a really nice nib on it. Nice, smooth, broad nib, lays the ink down. Just an incredible fountain pen for 45 bucks. Now, the downside to this, you have to buy the converter. I wish these pens that, you know, you pay good money for would include a converter, because that's what an extra, I don't know, what, $6, $7, whatever they cost to get them. Maybe one day Faber-Castell will start including their fountain pens with some converters, that would be helpful.
Okay, Michelle says most of the titanium nibs are from Bach, that she doesn't believe that that JoWo makes titanium.
Right, okay, yeah. As far as I know, they don't. And I need to find that out for sure. But yeah, Bach does make the titanium. But I was just wondering again, if you buy one Bach, like I said, from Karen Custom, then you buy another titanium from a different, let's say from Anderson pens, for example, are they going to be both the same type of nib? Are they going to be different? Is the consistency there? As I found, that sweet titanium nib from Kara's Custom, is it going to be there anywhere I go buy a titanium nib? That's what I'm curious about. Or can they be different? So, but I really do like the titanium nib. I like them as much as I like the gold nib or palladium nib, to be honest with you. And some people freaked out, but that's just me. Everybody has their own opinions, likes and dislikes, and I sure have mine. And why not share with it? I got something new coming up as soon as I get them and do some writing with them. Papermate Flair is sending some pens. I don't know what kind or what yet, that I will be doing a review on. I do like Papermate gel pens off the bat. Not a problem. I do like them. The Papermate gel pen puts out a nice ink, great ink flow. In fact, I've done a review asking reviewers to choose which is the fountain pen ink and which is the gel ink. And every time they thought that the gel ink, Papermate gel ink, was the fountain pen ink, in which it wasn't. It was the Papermate gel ink. That's how good that ink is and the color of that ink is. So I was impressed with the ink.
Hello to George.
Hey, George. Also, I'll be doing some reviews on some roller balls. I know that Cross has a great roller ball. I can't wait to share that with you. The ink, it's black ink, but it's just an amazing smooth roller ball. It just lays the ink down, and it's just a great fountain pen. I know there's people that don't like roller balls, gel pens, ballpoints, and they won't even look at them. But I like fountain pens. My passion will always be for fountain pens. Number one, always will be. But I do like rollerball pens, depending how they write, and gel pens, depending how they write. I'm not a big fan on ballpoint pens, though. I do have a few, and they're okay. I do have the Monteverde ballpoint pen that has the 2 different color inks in it. Plus the mechanical pencil has 3 in 1, and it's a ballpoint pen. That's it. I did check out their broad nibs for that, and the 2 I checked out weren't very good. They were too light of a color. So
George says he likes pencils too.
And I'll get to that too. Pencils are cool.
And Michelle says about the Bach nibs, if they're all from Bach, then they should be consistent quality. And that you've done a review of another titanium nib, the Namisu.
Yes, yes. Well, the Namisu, that titanium nib, was a Kara's Custom nib in it. It did have a Bach nib. I'm not sure if it was a medium or fine, but I changed out and put the I put the titanium nib in that one as well. It uses both. So that's where that one came from. And that was a loaner that Bill sent me out for a review. It was a nice pen. So anyway, so yeah, I do like roller balls and gel pens, and I do use ballpoint very rarely. Just means if I have to write a check, I usually will use a ballpoint I have at the desk. But I do have a online roller ball that a friend of mine picked up in Germany. His wife did for me. And when I wrote with it, it was just like writing with a needle. I don't know what was wrong with the refill. So what I did was I changed that refill out, and it can hold a Paper Mate gel refill. So that's what I have in it now. So it works. So better than nothing until I can look at some online refills and see how they go. So moving on, got that done. What else was on the agenda for today? Back to inks, Papier. How do you say that?
Papier plume?
Yeah, the Papier plume. I wanted to touch base on a little bit. Let me get that little jewel. Yeah, the Papier plume. And a special thanks to Troy LaPlante. He sent me some samples of different inks a while back. And if you can see that, yeah, there you go. I've actually now starting to get to them. And I'm very picky, especially on black inks. And I've used this black ink now in my Faber-Castell. And I really like this ink. I like this ink enough now to buy a bottle of the black. So that works for me so far. So that's how I do it. Also, I've had some emails about paper journals.
Let's see, Michelle uses Karas pens for roller or gel Parker style refills.
Which one is that?
Gel Parker style.
What kind of pen?
Well, she says, I use Karas pens for roller or gel Parker style refills. The EDK and the Bolt, along with a few Retro 51s.
So real quick, here, I don't know if you can see this well. Here is that Papier black I'm using up here. Look how rich and beautiful that is. Really, really nice. Really nice. So.
Hello to M. Duran.
I was impressed. And back to the paper. My favorite paper is Tomoe River paper, 52Gs, favorite. End of story on that. Do I use it all the time? No, not all the time, because I don't have it in certain size paper that I use. But I use it for all my letters, my journals, like right here, and the answer to one of the emails, my Hobonichi. Yes, I still use it. And it has Tomoe River paper. Love it. So, do I use other papers? Yeah, I do. I do use other papers. Like, here's a regular composition that I use, take notes and stuff down. And I do use Rhodia, Baron Fig. And here's one for you that's a pretty neat one. It's new. I don't know if you've heard it or not. It's called the SN2 pad, the perfect paper for both smooth nibs and sharp nibs. Dot ruling, faint dot space every 0.2 inches, 5 by 5 by 8 by 5. And here is the paper inside. I don't think you can see that good enough. But it's great paper. Definitely for fountain pens. Really works really well. So when you order it, yeah, just you have to put in SN2 pads, I believe. And the gentleman, I believe, makes it at home. Or wherever he makes it at, but he puts it together himself. He makes the paper. So let me see right here. Thank you very much for purchasing this pad. To order, again, please, here's the email if you're interested. Here's the email address, orders, ORDERS, n2paper@gmail.com. His name is Ben Rowley, ROWLEY. So That's a little thank you that he puts on the back of it. So, you know, a friend of mine told me about this, Dr. Holstein. In fact, he got me this pad, and yeah, it's really good. And I forgot how much it was, and it's not expensive, very affordable. So I thought I'd share that with you.
Michelle is not sure about the Papier Plume ink yet. The two that she has seem less saturated. She's going to try it with more pens.
But that black one I just mentioned worked well with the Faber-Castell broad nib. It was just rich, beautiful. Last but not least, there's a rhodium. I do have a few more Papier inks, I believe. Let me see. I think I do. Or do I? Yeah, I have the maroon. I tried that, and it just didn't do much for me, but I am going to try it on the broad nib, see if I get a different result. But it didn't do much. And here's the Plum Violet. I'm going to try that one out too. So I'm getting to it, but so far the black is really a superb ink that I like. And here's another one, the Ivy Green. So I've got a few to test, and I will be doing that as the weeks go by.
She has the Papier Plume Bayou Nightfall and Bootlegger's Sacrament.
How do you like them? Real quick, here's the Tomoe River paper that I use, the tablet, and I also get one that comes in a red, but I got this from the Pen Thing store. So, you know, I use it religiously. So, to anybody that's been writing letters, exchanging letters to the Pen Pal, if you haven't received a letter from me yet, you can email me and let me know. But I believe I'm all caught up. I just have one more I need to put out. That's going to go to Australia, and I'll get that out Monday or Tuesday because I've got to get some more stamps. I'm out of stamps. So that's what's going on.
Okay, Michelle says her favorite blacks are the Monteverde Raven Noir and Platinum Carbon Black.
Huh. Some of my favorite blacks are I like the Cross Black. Sure. And the Mont Blanc Mystery Black, you know, it's okay. It's nothing to write home about for me. It's okay. And that's all I can say. I didn't get a big thrill out of it like I was expecting. But I do like the Mont Blanc Lucky Orange. That's some mighty good stuff. And the Popcorn Red, what do they call it? Let's see. It's a, Corn Poppy Red. That's some good ink from Mont Blanc that I like. And last but not least, I do like their Toffee Brown ink. That's some great stuff. I really do enjoy those inks a lot. And then the Mont Blanc, that new one that came out, the Beatles Psychedelic Purple. I don't know if y'all have tried it yet. Good stuff.
Michelle says the Bootleggers could be more purple, and the Bayou Nightfall is not saturated with enough color, like a washed out navy.
One of my pen pals, she sent me a letter using the, Michelle, maybe you can help me, or anybody that knows of this ink. It's the Schaefer Blue ink. She mentioned it's one of the washable inks. I'm not sure if she meant that if water gets on it, it's going to make it, you know, how it disappear the ink. But it was real light on that Schaefer Blue ink. Real pale blue. I've never yet used the Schaefer Blue ink that she was talking about, but I was wanting to see if anybody uses the Schaefer Blue ink. what do you think about it if you have used it? Is it a good blue, deep, rich? Because what she wrote with, it wasn't like I was hoping. So I was curious about that. All right, back to the journals. People are really interested about journal books. Well, you know, here's this is from, what do you call it? The
Game of Thrones.
Yeah, Game of Thrones. I think I picked this up at Half Price Books.
Yeah,
and it's a good notebook, and it works well with the fountain pen ink. Is it great? No, but it's decent. Not super great, but decent. So I don't mind using it. And this is the Uber Works right here. And it's the same. It's a good notebook. So, you know, it does what it needs to do. I do have many journals, many Tomoe River journals, the full size, the pocket size. I do have some neat journals that I've bought off Etsy, really nice ones, really nice. I think I put some of those on my Instagram. If you're interested, you can check those out there. But I've been using this one for a while now, the smaller one for a while. I am gonna have to order one pretty soon because I'm almost out. It'll be my fourth one. I think they come with 348 pages front and back, or let me see, 384 pages, yeah, front and back. Naomi paper. The Cafe Note is what it's called. Really a nice paper. And what I try to do is one page at a time when I write in it, but that doesn't work too well because I usually do about 4, 5, 6, 10 pages. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give this a break and go back to my Tomoe River journal and use that for a while. So that's happening. I do have a Rhodia journal as well. I've got an abundance of journals. I mean, you would really freak out to see all the journals I have. Here's one. I must have gotten this back in 2016. Brand is called Bull and Stash. Have y'all ever heard of that one? Bull and Stash.
Hello to Jason.
Hey, Jake. How you doing, Jason? It's really a cool notebook. Haven't used it yet.
Let's see. Michelle asks, "Is that the Cafe Writer from Nanami?"
Yeah, the one. Yeah, right. And the in the back it has if lost. I don't know if you can see that well or not. But it's a cool notebook. It really is. The only thing I don't like about this one is let me see if I can adjust this screen any, because you can hardly see what I'm doing here. There we go. As you see the screws, you have to unscrew it and you put your new refill in. And then when you turn your page, that's, I mean, you can still write. It's blank on the other side. So, yeah, you know, it doesn't fold over as easy as the rest of them. So I haven't used it yet. And then I've got 2 different refills. So I need to give this one a test drive and see how it flows. So that's going to be upcoming. one that I really need to start looking into is this one here. I don't knock everything down. This is the brand new Rhodia journal. And back here, you can put a pen in it. It's a leather A5 case for it. And here is the Rhodia notebook that comes with it. Now, I bought this one off of the Massdrop. And this has the ivory brush paper by Clairefontaine. So it has what, 192 pages. So I haven't used this one yet, but this is how it came. You can even still smell the leather. Oh, it smells so good. Smell that, Mr. Announcer.
Oh, yeah, that is good.
Yes, nice. Leather's nice and soft. Quality leather, really, really nice. So, but, you know, journals I have plenty of.
Okay, a question. Which would you choose? And this is from Mayor FPs. Would you choose the Conklin All-American or the Durograph?
Conklin All-American, hands down. I do like Durograph, don't get me wrong. I like them. All-American has it, hands down on that one for me. I really do enjoy those pens. They're just some magnificent pens. Yeah, I do know that about the nib situation with both, especially with the All-American, that their nibs aren't very smooth, this and that. I've run into a few that have been that way. Sometimes I do have to smooth them out or make them a little bit wetter, but I just love the size, the colors. For me, they're just really the pen I really like a lot. I was going to show you guys remember the new pens? Has anybody out there got any? I forgot the name of this one. This was one of the latest that came out. Was it last year or year before last?
Last year, I believe.
Really a cool, beautiful looking pen. Writes well. I like the shape, the color, clip. It's just a cool pen. And I've got another of them. I got what, 4 or 5? Is this new one right here. Beautiful pen. No clip, but this has what, 3 sides, so it's not going to roll off the table where it unscrews. I do like it, and you can post it. Yeah. So it really is nice. And this is, I would say, is that purple or blue to you? Purple. Is that blue or purple?
It has both in it.
Yeah, it's got blue and purple highlights. Beautiful fountain pen. I don't know if y'all are into the new pens, if you've tried them, but they're really a nice fountain pen.
Hello to Munchies.
Hello. So one of the viewers sent me an email asking me, have I ever tried the Jinhao Shark pen? Because she was thinking about getting some. She's a newbie into fountain pens. Where they work, she likes the design of the Jinhao Shark pens. And I said, well, here it is. If you ever see this video, Debbie, here it is. And Debbie is her name. So there it is. Yes, they write very well. They're a lot of fun. So Debbie, if you watch the video, you can poster pen. Here's the nib, Deb. So you can see that nib right there. And comes with a ink converter, or it'll take a cartridge. But yeah, it's a cool pen. And you can also make this into an ink drop pen, which I don't do unless I just absolutely have to. So there's that one on that one. So, and they come in different colors, which is really cool. Let me get that off. There we go. Yeah, they come in a whole lot of different colors. They're a fun pen, you know. So I need to ink this up pretty soon. Another one is the Jinhao 599s. And here they are. This is, Debbie, if you're looking, answering your email. I know it's kind of like late, but this is a nice pen. Fine nib, writes really nice. You might want to try it out, and it comes with a converter. You might need to check these out. Everybody, Debbie, and she told me I can mention her name. She's brand spanking new in the fountain pen world. And her interest right now is Jinhao, so that's why I'm talking about Jinhao's. And here's another one. Debbie, this is an orange one. God, it looks almost yellow, doesn't it? If we can get that orange in there, but it's orange. But anyway, yeah, I have abundance of them. Great fountain pens, cool ones. So, but Debbie, if you're thinking about pens, you know, like I mentioned, also the Pilot has some really great entry-level pens. And even if you surpass the entry-level pens, these are just some good pens. I really do like them. There really are some great pens. I think at one time they were, what, $14, $15. Now they're up to $19. I saw a seller the other day. I forgot who was it. Going for $14, but it only had 2 different colors. Maybe he's just deleting his stock. I'm not sure about that. So, hey, anybody going to the St. Louis Pen Show this weekend or been out there? If you do, tap it on in here. Let me know how it's going. Jason, how are you doing out there, my friend Jason? How's the car holding up? How's your pen going? Jason just bought a Japanese pen, one of those high-end pens that I'm thinking about getting. So he's joined us. He's another reviewer, Squirrel. He does some great reviews as well. So if you're ever looking for other reviewer, check out Squirrel. He does some really great, fun videos. Really just a great guy, great reviewer, in my opinion. Has a lot of great pens. He does a good job, so keep up the great work, Jason. You're doing fabulous. I like it. Also, another friend of mine on here, a reviewer, is Troy LaPlante. He does some really awesome reviews as well. Super nice guy. If you're ever at a pen show and you ever see them out there, go up to them, introduce yourself to them. You'll find them to be really nice guys. They really are. So I just thought I'd throw that out at you. So, other questions, back to paper. I do carry the Rhodia, get it focused here. Notepad. There. Can you see it, Mr. Announcer? Is it better to hold it here?
But a little further in was good.
It's the orange color. I do like it. It comes with that little case in the back. You can put your notes in their paper. It's good paper. It's Rhodia, so yeah, you know it's good. So I use that from time to time as well. But I've had just a I don't know, a lot of emails about notebooks lately. What's good for journals? So, you know, what may be good for me may not be good for you. All I can do is suggest and tell you what I think about the journal. Sometimes the paper isn't all that friendly, and I know some people will not use the other side of the page if it's see-through, bleed-through, or see-through, means show through a little, and I do. I don't have a problem with it, but not all paper is equal. And if you really want to bring that quality of ink out, you need to use some good paper to bring it out. If you use regular notebook paper, you're just going to suck it right up, and you're not really going to see that great color that you're hoping to get. Tomoe River paper is going to do it. Rhodia, Clairefontaine, Aprika, I believe how you say it. It's another good one. What is that? Which starts with a K?
Kikuyo.
Yeah. In fact, I've ordered some Kikuyo for my journal, the Tomoe River journals. No, Midori. Apologize. For my Midori. Yeah. I don't know why I keep calling it Tomoe River, but for my Midori, I'm going to have to cut it down a little bit, so I'm going to take it to the Office Depot when I get it in and let them just size it. It's not going to take but once cut and you're done. But I do like that paper. It's Tomoe River paper. So yeah, I'm going to give that a try. I need to bring back my Midori. Like I said, I have two of the long ones, and I have two of the pocket size. So I need to use those long ones more. I haven't used those in a while. But journals, I have, as you see up there, journals, all journals. But as you can't see, but on this shelf all the way to the very next to the bottom, it's full of different journals. So journals I have.
Okay, I apologize for not getting some of the comments. My phone was not updating. Hello to Frank and Kara and Andrew.
Hey, Andrew, Frank, Kara. Oh, if Andrew's here, go ahead.
Hello to Big Bear as well.
Go ahead.
And AJ has come in also. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, now I want you to check this out, Andrew. I want you, first of all, ready? We charged him. Oh, okay. One more time, Andrew. Ready? Here we go, Andrew. All right, that's for Andrew. Of course, I love the Minions, folks. I love the Minions. Minions rock. And Andrew is Frank and Carl's grandson, and he loves the Minions too. In fact, he loves fountain pens, and he has his own.
Yes, he is our youngest fountain pen viewer.
Yes, he is. Yes. Very intelligent little boy. What is he, 4?
Mm-hmm.
4 years old?
I believe so.
Yep. And he can hold a conversation with you. He knows what's going on. He's learning to print. So Frank and Carl's been working with him, and he loves fountain pens. He been using the Pilot Varsity, and also, Debbie, that's another good newbie pen I forgot to mention as well. There's just so many pens out there to choose from. It's a whole new different world of fountain pens. Love fountain pens. Love them. So,
okay, we had a question a while back. What is an ink that you can't live without?
Oh, okay. Here we go. Easy. KWZ Hawaii Blue and Monteverde Olivine. Those two are delicious. And I'll stop there. If not, I'll keep rambling on because I love inks, don't I? But those are two I use a lot. And then the next two I've been using are those pilots, the Yamabudo and the Kurajaki, however you pronounce it. Really good stuff. Really good stuff.
Hello to Foghurst.
Hey, Foghurst, how you been, brother? Good to have you on. House of the Rising Sun. The ink. I've started to finally get into the ink. I didn't think I was going to at first, but I've used it on different pens, nibs, and I found it, especially on the 1.5 and some of my medium wet nibs, that it's starting to look pretty tasty. So I've been using it quite a bit, and I was wondering if I have anything in here to show you, but yeah, I like it. In fact, I want to show you. See, like here's the House of the Rising Sun. This was on the Jinhao 159. I don't know if you can see it, but it looks kind of pale on that ink right there. But the wetter the nib, the richer and better it looks. And then here's that Yamabudo up here. Really nice stuff. So also, I really have fallen in love with the Diamine Jade Green. And I'm starting to post a lot of my favorite inks on Instagram and a lot of the pens. So you might want to check my Instagram out. Here is the KWZ Hawaii Blue. There. Really good stuff. But then also, let me say that the Pelikan 4001 Turquoise is really nice as well. A nice ink. We have a lot of nice ink, so there's an ink for everybody. Just you have to decide which one is your favorite. But yeah, KWZ Hawaii Blue, top dog. On the green side, it's going to be Monteverde Olivine, top dog. On the brown side, I'm working on that. I'm starting to dig that Diamine Chocolate Brown. Mont Blanc Toffee Brown is another one. So I'm working on browns. What I'm doing is I'm checking out colors of what I have on hand. And if I see a color somewhere, I'll try to get a sample. Because I'm trying to break down the actual colors that I just love. And those are the bottles I buy. So on the KWZ, I had to get another backup bottle because I'm almost through with one bottle. So I got a backup bottle. And soon I'm going to have to get another bottle of the Olivine ink. This is only for 30 mils. So I'm going to have to get the bigger bottle. And I think I'm about down to here. You can see that. I look really white on there. But anyway.
Hey, JJ says you might like Seitz Kruchnot Castellanbron ink.
Wow.
And George asks, how do you like the SBRE Brown?
I haven't fallen in love with it yet. I've used it. It just hadn't done anything for me yet. I am going to try it on some wetter nibs to see if I get a better understanding and liking of the ink. But, you know, it just really hadn't done much for me, to be honest with you. I do like the Diamine Chocolate Brown better. I do like the Mont Blanc Toffee Brown better. But I still want to give it a decent chance. I need to use it more. But the first 2 times I used it, it just wasn't a light going on. It was just like, eh, you know. One of those kind of inks that just doesn't motivate you. Well, what motivates me is a nice, wet, juicy, smooth nib. What motivates me on the ink is a nice, bold, rich, flowing, juicy ink. So right now it's touch and go. Okay.
Okay, Michelle thinks the KWZ Hawaii Blue looks a little too close to Sailor Suitin or Sky High.
See, I don't think so. Yeah, I use Sailor Suitin, and now to me the Hawaii Blue is richer, more bold.
She likes the SK Dark Orchid and Plum Blue.
Is that on KWZ?
What does SK stand for, Michelle? And hello to Raj Yanar.
Hey, Raj. I do need to check out some more KWZ inks.
Okay, Seitz Kruchnik is what the SK stands for.
Shh, say it again.
Seitz Kruchnik.
I'm not even going to attempt it.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Where do you find that ink at, JJ? So.
Amazon or eBay.
Oh, okay. Is it expensive ink?
$13.50 for 100 mils.
No, it's not expensive. And what color would you say it's close to, or comparison to?
He says the Kaistianan brown translates as chestnut brown.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I think I've tried, was it the Noodler's chestnut brown? That kind of rings a bell. I did have a question that was sent to me on instant message on Facebook. Do I still use the Noodler's Bay State? Yes, I do use Noodler's Bay State Blue. Sure do. I still use it. It's not my top dog anymore, but it's on my top 10 list. I still use it. I don't use that ink in the bag fillers because the bag fillers, for me, they're harder to clean out. So. I got that one right. So what? Yeah.
Tell them about the hat.
Oh, yeah. Oh, new hat. New design. These are embroidered, affordable over at the Zazzle website. And then got another one coming out. Going to be a gorgeous looking, also embroidered. Oh, let me take this one off. This one has ink up on the back, and this is the size small to medium. It's got the elastic in the back, and inside, flex fit. Really a nice, comfortable, affordable, beautiful blue hat, and they did some great work embroidering on it. My next one's going to be black with orange, different kind of lettering, a little different style, but it's going to be cold-blooded.
Okay, Mayor FP's asked, how did you get into fountain pens, and what was your first fountain pen?
Yeah. Well, I first got entertained by fountain pens when I was in the 5th grade for a short time. Then that was soon stopped because the school didn't want us to use them. Then I got entertained once again in the 7th grade. That was short-lived because I either would lose it or ink would get in my pocket and stain my clothes, so that was short-lived. But then I used them off and on. Then I got away from it until I was on the internet, and I happened to run into a video on fountain pens. And from that day on, it hit me. So I started out with Jinhao, the 599. I have that with me here or not. I don't know where I put it. But anyway, that was my first pins. One was a red and the other was a orange, I believe. I still have them. No, blue and red. Yeah. And I still got those back in 2015 in December. Yep. And it's been Fountain Pen City all the way for me. Learning, a lot of learning. And there's just still a lot of learning to do. It's something that takes a lot of time and dedication, at least for me, and just a lot of focusing on what's what and what's not. There's just so much to learn about fountain pens, you know, even how to ink up a fountain pen. That may sound ridiculous, but even how to fill a fountain pen. Learning is the fun part. I can remember it was on the, I think, Monteverde pen. I wanted the pen so bad, but it was all about the nib change. I think it was Monteverde. I was scared to death to change the nib because I didn't think I could ever do that. It looked so difficult. So I would watch reviews over and over and over and over again. Well, I was avoiding pens I would want to change a nib out. So I'm not sure if it was a Monteverde or not. But I know it wasn't a Jinhao for sure. But whatever pen it was, I already had my Goulet grip, and you can use any kind of grip you want. I remember I did it. It could have been the Ahab, Noodles Ahab. Think of it. I changed out nibs, and it was simple. And I did it. So if I can do it, anybody can do it. It just takes patience and time. So yeah, that's how I got my flow rolling. A lot of fun. It takes a lot of time when you're doing reviews. And you're going to find people out there in the fountain pen world who's not always going to agree with you. And that's okay. You want to give your own opinion.
Okay, JJ asks, what is the next pen you're looking for?
The Nagatoga, Sailor Nagatoga. Is that how you pronounce it?
I think so.
Yeah, pen. That's one I want next. I was looking at the Platinum President. I believe Jason and some other folks have said that the nib, it's a hard nib on it. So I'm not sure if I want to go that way. I do have a Waterman Kareem that has a hard nib. And it's okay. But I'm just checking out the nibs. But for sure, the Sailor Nagatoga is the one that I want to get because it really puts out the ink.
Or is it the Nakaya?
Not the Nakaya.
Okay.
Yeah. The Nakaya is a great pen. Yeah, I do like the Nakaya. The only thing I don't, the Nakaya, is that the one that Bill sent?
I think so.
No. Was it? If it's that silver one? If it's the one that Bill said, I just did a review on that silver one that didn't have a clip that could roll off the desk easy. It's a nice pen. Affordable. And I believe that came with a number 6 Bach nib. Not titanium, just a regular Bach nib. But that's one of my pens I want next. And Pilot has come out with some newer colors. interesting colors that I'm looking at. But that one, the Nakatoga, that's the one I have on my radar.
Okay, JJ has a Sabi Togi. Michelle wants the purple Demo Opus. She just got a Sailor PGS Zoom nib.
How is the Zoom nib? Yeah, and that's also on my list for the next pen, the Zoom nib, and that would be a Sailor.
JJ had a similar problem like Pinboy Roy had, and sold his Opus out of frustration before figuring out how to fix it.
What was wrong with it? Yeah, the Opus, don't they run like for what, $88 or something like that? They have really beautiful colors. How are the nibs right? Are they a small nib? I've looked, at it, not really take a deep dive into it, but haven't bitten the bullet yet. An interesting fountain pen, though, that I've looked at is is it the Tornado fountain pen? I believe. I don't have one. I just was thinking. No, retro. Isn't it the Retro fountain pen? Retro does the Tornado gel pens, rollerball pens, rather. Oh, another great rollerball pen is the Fig. What is they call it? Baron Fig. Isn't that what they call it? Yeah, Baron Fig. I believe that's what they pronounce it. I am trying to find that little monster. But anyway, Baron Fig has a great rollerball that lays down the ink, a nice flow of ink. It's just a monster of a heck of a writer. I really enjoy that one.
Okay, if you're making comments, please hold. I'm trying to get my connection back.
Yeah, and so anyway, is David C. on today?
I haven't seen him yet.
Oh, I wonder where David's at. So I am looking. Okay. I think that's about covered it. You got some questions?
I'm trying to get back into it.
Yeah, see, my little list of people that's on it goes off, comes on, goes off. So Mr. Announcer has to be the backup so he can catch all those. Let me see if I can get the list on here.
Okay. The problem that JJ had was there was ink behind the piston and other places it shouldn't be. Regarding the Zoom nib, it's a good flowing pen. Could use some more line variation from the angles. The Retro is good if you like heavy pens.
I do like heavy pens. How does the nib write, though? I mean, it's a heavy pen. The Retro fountain pen is a heavy pen. Good. How's that nib? Is it a wet or is it a dry?
A Retro 51 uses Schmidt mediums.
Okay.
Michelle says the Baron Fig rollerball is too skinny.
Yeah, I like it, though. Really nice pen. In fact, my doctor loves it as well. It's just a great rollerball for us. Not everybody likes it. Some say too skinny, too fat, too slippery, to this. We're all different. But yeah, I do love it.
Hey, JJ says it writes like a wet Schmidt nib, but too broad for him.
Oh, okay. I need to check that out. Is it broader on the downstroke or the cross stroke?
Both.
Wow. Sounds like a monster.
Yeah, Michelle, we've tried that, but the comments don't stay in the little dialogue window. They just pop up and then go away.
God, we've been on here a good hour and 10 minutes already. Well, folks, I think it's getting that time to shut it down. I've got a whole bunch of stuff I've got to get going. But hey, thanks everybody for taking the time and joining me today. And I'll be back next Sunday between 1 and 3. I don't know. It just, I'll try for the 1 o'clock, but I'm just saying if I'm not on at 1, between 1 and 3, because I got, a lot of stuff to do on Sundays and I need to get to. And if I'm feeling great, today I'm feeling great. Everything's a plus. I've been feeling pretty good the last few days. That's a plus. So, rock on, everybody. Leave your comments below. And be careful out there. Have a great 4th of July. Take care, folks. Peace. I will see you guys soon. See ya.